Yeah, shit was real. What the fuck you
So
saying?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
It was real.
because a lot of people on the audience might not know.
We maturing.
Okay.
It's much. You know what I mean? As you grow, you mature, and you got, you know what I'm saying. You know how to. You men now. You know, the atmosphere changes. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing a lot of shit for what it is and for what it ain't, and then you start thinking it's just about maturity. You feel me? That's how I look at it. And at the same time, you look at it like it was you could come back from something that's when you it's like you fist the cuff. You feel me? Like you throwing hands, da da da. Ain't none of us got killed. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Ain't none of us threw no bullets or nothing at each other like that. You know what I mean? So it was a difference.
Facts. And my whole thing too was all that shit is old. You get what I'm saying? I'm at a point where I don't like seeing all this shit going on because it's fuel behind nothing. And at the end of the day, me and 40 is a part of that shit because we was the niggas that was on the internet fucking up the shows and everybody on this motherfucker was promoting that shit. And that kind of gave me a false thought of what I'm supposed to do in the industry. You get me? When at the end of the day, we really fueled a lot of shit that's going on right now. So as a man, I got a daughter. I got two daughters. I got kids. I got a brand new son. I got two other older sons. And what I'm teaching them now is from things that I learned in life. And at this point, ain't no point in having no problem with it. Somebody, and we don't really have a problem. Only problem that we really had at that point was when I came to that motherfucking video shoot or when I came to the show. And then we had to interact with each other. Everything else was just internet talk shit.
Word.
Right. So that's why it took long for y'all two to end it.
Well, it ain't about taking long to end it. It's really 40 was doing his own thing. I was doing my own thing. And it's not like we crossed each other paths all these years.
Right.
All right.
You know, he just been doing his thing, and what it's something I've been thinking about. Like, yeah, I squashed a lot of problems that I had with different people. You get me? And my boy Bob, shout out to Bob, he put it on my mind at that moment, at that night, when I was loaded too. So you could get my whole feelings, everything. 40 will tell you when we talk this man, and you know, we just got past it that day.
Yeah, real talk on mamas.
I felt more comfortable going to go gamble, you know, roll around Colton when I'm going to go see my moms and shit. And I'm pretty sure, you know, he felt the same way too.
Word. Yeah, it's a amount on mountain. You already know. It's like sometimes like even things take a little longer like that because of situations like that, you know. So I mean, it became a mutual respect. Like once we talk, you know what I mean. We both had a person right there that through a lot of times through those years he never got involved in it, but he would always drop lugs like, you know, I fuck with him, like that's my nigga. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Like he would never smut me to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he would never smut Menace to me. You know what I'm saying?
Never. Bob always told me you was his partner and
Street nigga.
you feel me? And you was a real nigga. You was a street nigga, and you was about what you say. Bob always told me that. I never took that away from you at all. So 40, they was talking about that case and shit like that. I told them how I felt about it.
Right.
Me being a businessman and me being a street nigga, coming from a street nigga, graduating to a businessman. I told him how I felt about it. I told him that I felt your back was against the wall through the streets because of how they played with the situation. And I also told him, like, it's not snitching at all. It's business. And I told him, 40 Glocc really threw hands with each other. Like,
yeah, real talk.
And that's it. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit too, because that's the reason why it's hard to just say, okay, let's be cool after yesterday, because there's so many niggas I was involved in it that threw hands too. You feel me? Niggas on my side had lumps on them. Niggas on his side had lumps on them. Wow. So them niggas probably feel away too. So it's hard to justify like when I want to be cool with a nigga, not because more people had dealings with that shit too. So everybody had to, feel the same way. We all had to grow.
Yeah, real talk.
But I had told him, like, nothing wrong with. I don't see that as nothing wrong with what you did business wise. Your back was against the wall. We just did all that shit we did, and it was some real street shit. Only cameras that was there recording us was the cameras that somebody else had in the room. We both knew we had a problem with each other. We dealt with our problem, and we left that night.
Real talk.
Everybody was alive, and they want to know about that.
Yeah, yo. Hold up, let me ask him this real quick. So we can get into that. Cause I had asked Menace what would he do in that situation, but I heard you speaking in another club the other day about it. But niggas be on some bandwagon shit. That's why I wanted this to go down in a room where niggas ain't gonna taunt you or disrespect you in any way about it. So I heard you say something about that day you got set up or something like that. When Game did that shit with the video.
Right. What
Was it? Like niggas invited you to a party or some shit like that?
Not real. I got a publicist at that time. I think I was paying my publicist either $4,500 a month. It was like $3,500 a month. But you have a publicist. You pay your publicist. She got to keep you. She got to keep you in the mix. She got to keep you. She got to keep you moving. You feel me? So business wise, I had just bailed out of jail. When I bailed out of jail in Las Vegas, I caught a plane. I caught it straight into LAX. So once I got out of jail in LAX, out of Vegas, I was in LAX. I shot through Hollywood in the middle of the night to go to my homie Pat, and I ran into my publicist at like one of them restaurants right there. He stopped somewhere to get something to eat, and she was like, she needed me at this event, and I'm like, I just got out of jail. She was like, I know this is crazy. It's gonna be. I need you there tomorrow. I was like, well, I ain't really aching for that. I'm like, nigga, I'm fresh out. I was like, I ain't got no stress on me, nothing. I can't be around nothing. I'm out on this bail because they had just took me back in jail. They took my bail back, revoked it for the second time or the third time, and the judge went stack the shit, so he gave me another bail on top of it. So any little thing I would have got cracked for, I was back in that bitch. So I didn't have no whistle on me neither. So when he picked me up, I didn't have no whistle, and then I was telling her, oh, if I come tomorrow, I was like, I ain't got no whistle. Can you cop one, da-da-da. I'm trying to do this little shit right here, and then I got to get on from out of here. She was like, nah, it's going to be all females. You feel me? So she was like, all right, cool. Boom. She know the situation. So I go up there, and it turned out it was just the females, but it was other industry folk there, like Too Short and Steeler Bill, and it was other motherfuckers. I just can't remember off the top of my head. Everybody always remembers Steve LaBelle when we're going to a function. You feel me? So right, you feel me? So we was in there, and it was just supposed to be that, and then I end up somebody that came told me was like, yo, Game in here. I'm like, oh, okay, so what? Now see, why I say so what is because it was either a year or two, I think, before that, or it was probably had 3 years up past or some shit. They had called me overseas. It was Wack. And I don't even want to mention the homie name. You know what I'm saying? But they're a reputable individual. But they called me on a three-way or whatever. And I remember them. They was like, Game want to catch a fade. He said he'll do whatever he got to do. He'll catch the fade to squash everything because we all, y'all killing each other money. We all killing money. So can we what can we do? Can we squash this shit? Or if we need him to catch the fade, he'll catch the fade, da. I was like, well, say less. I was like, nah, that makes sense. I was like, well, just tell him no more. It would be no more rap songs on my side, no more on his side, no more beefing, da. Shit squash. That's simple. You know what I mean? Keep everybody on leash. We good. Boom. So he was like, yeah, cool. Everybody with that, da. I was like, all right, cool. Squash. Boom. So it was squash. Y'all, if we really had the timeline, you can go back and look. There was never no more songs made. There was nothing being said about them. That was because of that. I just didn't run to the internet and brandish it, and neither did he. You know what I'm saying? Same way how me and Menace been squashed this shit. And we didn't tell nobody. This shit was way before I went to jail. You feel me?
Right.
So we kept it like that. So now back to the party. You got this time that went by. So when they told me game in here, the motherfuckers that came said it. Well, one of the motherfuckers that came said it, he knew that shit was squashed. But he was just letting me know. And I was like, so what? You know what I'm saying? I seen him. I was like, boom. I was like, what's up, nigga? He was like, shit. He looked like, oh, what's up? It was cool. Boom, boom. We posted. I stayed for a little while longer, and then it was like, I was out the door. When I got out the door, I remember the echo was hanging over the building. She was like, all right, bye, 40, whoop, whoop. And I blew her a kiss, whatever, boom, boom. And I was walking, and then I heard niggas like, turn up. Like, I turn around. I'm like, nigga, what's happening? I walked toward the niggas to see what's happening. You feel me? And they jumped back like I had a pistol. I'm like, nigga, I ain't got no pistol. What's happening? And they was like, turn up. He was like, give me that. And one of them niggas gave the nigga the whistle. We put one in the brain on that motherfucker. Shit, nigga. They said, you heard what I said. Turn up, nigga. Turn around. He turned up. You can't. Well, some niggas, I'm going to keep it 100. Some niggas will, you know what I mean, stand right there and try to get down with a bullet. Cause, you know what I'm saying? They'll try to take a gun or whatever. In those situations, you pick those situations right there. That wasn't a situation for me. You feel me?
Was you G-Unit at the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
One night. If you on stage, please follow the club. If you ain't on stage, you got to follow the club.
That's a fact.
On stage, if you're on stage, you're not following the club, you're gonna get cooled down.
That's a fact.
So yo, 40.
What up?
I heard you break down when the situation happened that when you was around the going down that hill or whatever it was. You said some shit about that they edited the video.
Yeah, they edited the whole tape. I mean, the whole. See, first when they had me with the whistle, when I'm breaking it down, trying to tell the nigga like, hey, put that down. I'm not gonna hit you, nigga. Da 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 da. I'm getting it down like that, trying to talk this nigga down to get the pistol off my forehead. Then he put it in my chest. So I keep talking to him. I get out my chest, and then he try to smack me with it, but I grab his wrist, and everybody. Now we tussling with that motherfucker. And I'm like, nigga, I'm not reaching for the gun. I'm not finna hit you, niggas. These niggas punking me out. Da da da. So at the same time, while they do that, when I break it loose one of the times, I'm like, cuz, what's happening? Cuz, I was like, cuz, this how we getting down? I was like, nigga, I thought this shit was daddy, nigga. I was like, I thought that shit was daddy with Wack. He was like, fuck Wack. Nigga, I'm like, huh? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, for sure. Okay, whatever it is, I don't give a, maybe you fell out Wack. I don't know what's happening. Nigga, fuck him. But nigga, what's up? Well, okay, well, can I get a fair one? Fuck that. Niggas was like, fuck that. You feel me? So I wasn't getting no fair one, so it was what it was. So I kept trying to break out. I kept getting packed out. I'm trying to break out. These niggas got pistols on me, nigga. I can't fight no nigga with no guns on me, man. You hit a nigga wrong, nigga, you liable to pop shit out your ass. I know I would.
Was Wack there?
Nah, Wack. See that, and that's the thing with Wack. He injects himself in everything. You feel me?
Right.
He ain't had. Wack wasn't in no lawsuit. Wack wasn't sued. Wack keeps saying you sued us. Wack is not sued. Wack keeps saying he paid this. Bruh, anything you paying for another nigga, his bills, nigga, you being a groupie, nigga. You not that nigga accountant. And if you is, nigga, then good for you, nigga. That ain't my motherfucking problem. Nigga, you paying his bill. Whatever he owe you is what he owe you, my nigga. You feel me? So, just a long story short, that's all what that went by. And then, they recording at the same time. And I'm still like, nigga, what's happening? That's why if you see me walking off, I'm smiling. Because I really know aside for the kick in the eye, I skated away with nothing really except all the road rash from when I slid down that long ass hill. That was a long ass hill.
Yeah. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So through all that, it was like niggas was recording. I'm still like, I seen nigga playing with his phone. Like, oh, you finna play with your phone, nigga? I'm finna get one off on a nigga. And he like, oh, you flinching? And then you seen the niggas drawing on me again. I'm like, nah. What's that, nigga? I ain't stealing on this nigga. You feel me? What? And you know,
yo, can I ask a question?
Push. Wait, hold on. Push. Reset the room. Push.
Hey, yo. This is certified assholes, man. We talking about 40 Glocc and Compton Menace. They speaking, featuring Push That Knife Gang. Click the house at the top, follow the club, man, and rock out, man. We gon' bring some people up. We gonna let 40 keep telling us about the story, of something that happened a few years ago, and we gonna keep bringing y'all up. So whoever got some questions, y'all can ask.
And we're going to keep pushing that knife.
And we're going to keep pushing
that
knife.
Push that knife,
nigga. Push that
knife. Push that motherfucking knife.
Question though, yo.
Yo, go ahead, Ice.
Hey, I got a... All right, go ahead, Ice.
Look, like, being a street dude and all of that, did you think you lost street cred by suing that man from going through that situation?
Nah, not at all. That ain't even run my mind. Hey, look, I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to keep it so 100 with y'all. My nigga, I done did so much dirt in my life, my nigga, to where I know how street, like my nigga, you could put me up with a lot of these niggas that write books, my nigga. You feel me? Like, that's how much I'm long and far I done been in these streets and really put in my own work and really put in work where with other niggas' hoods and riding on other niggas' hoods and clicking with other niggas and just going ride with a nigga that's from another hood that I fuck with, like, because I'm a loyal ass nigga. Once I fuck with a nigga, like right now, on my mama, nigga, if you see me and I'm with Menace, and I'm with him, nigga, I don't play like that, my nigga. If we out in traffic, nigga, and you get at him, on my mama, nigga, I'm gonna knuckle with the nigga. You feel me? Like you gonna be getting down with both of us.
Right.
Like that's how I get down, you know what I'm saying? So when it came to thinking about street cred, that didn't even cross my mind, my nigga. I'm like, I'm just sitting there like, boom. I was like, bam, okay, they got it. Whatever they record, they gonna put it out. Cool. Put that shit out. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I fight all the time. I done been packed out, all kind of shit. You feel me? So I'm like, that ain't nothing. They can put that shit out. Nigga, after I seen them niggas doctor that shit and what they was doing, and then I sat there for 6 months and just watched them. I'm like, oh, that's what they worried about. They want my cred. That's how I was looking at it. And I'm like, okay, but fuck the cred. I'm like, now they're making a mockery out of it. Now they playing a game because they basically snitching on me. I can't really go kill these niggas, bro. That's out, my nigga. Once they doing it all like that. Yeah.
And I'm a vouch for it. There was some doctoring to that tape.
Real talk.
In what sense? Can you speak on that?
It was some doctoring. You could look at the tape and you could probably pretty much depict where the doctoring was at.
Yeah, you can see a lot of the
me
doctoring.
being a real nigga, and this is after me and 40 did our thing, you feel me? So for I felt a certain way after that. You get what I'm saying? Because us being street niggas, and then how we did our thing, and then how we was done then, that I wasn't feeling that. You get me? And it's this is just facts. You could look at the tape yourself, and you could be able to see where the doctoring was at.
Yeah, real talk.
Only thing is like, obviously the video's been out for, I think, over 10 years. Like, people have seen it numerous times, right? So the reason why I say, can you speak on that? Maybe, like, the people that don't know or maybe are unsure of how it would have been doctored, or, like, what part of it would maybe, like, clarify some stuff.
I know.
Because honestly, like, 40 Glocc, like, one thing to you, 40 Glocc, I think it's very important for you to be able to come up on stage and speak for yourself, for sure, because I just had Wack on my stage 2 days ago, and he still was pushing that narrative. When we did ask him about you, he did mention that, he said you took the stand and, you sued them, and it had something to do around with defamation of your character because you're a rapper or whatever, this and that. So I think it is important, bro, for you to just come up and talk like this. So if you can expand on it, that'd be great.
Yeah, well, for one, when I'm, I don't know what world Wack come from. Now, I guess, I don't know if y'all know about lawsuits or anything like that. Now, I didn't been in lawsuits. I know how to orchestrate a lawsuit, So if I'm going to file a suit, I'm not finna just say, oh, my toe hurt. I'm finna say my back, my neck, my head, my ankle, my everything. You know what I'm saying? That's part of a lawsuit. So them is the gimmicks of a lawsuit. I could say that now, lawsuit over. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I would have said that and kept on, during my case. They was doing is pulling that shit, and they was using it on me in court. That's how they was fucking me up. You feel me? Like his lawyer they had a little shady little rookie lawyer. He was cheesy, but far as that, like with the tape splice, it's all in the deposition. You know what I'm saying? Game, he admitted on the deposition that the tape was doctored, edited. Y'all got to remember, they also went and made a website. They was selling merch with my face on it. They was sending up. They was doing all kind of weird shit, bruh. You know what I mean? So how am I not supposed to get my bread? Well, they want me to be the dumb street nigga. He don't know about getting bread. That's what they thought. All right? And I guess that's what they wanted the role of me to play. And they wanted they don't expect street niggas to be smart. I guess that's what I had assumed. Cause I can't really pick what goes on in their head. You feel me? But they know I'm a street nigga that get the real bread. All them corporate office, Wack talking about he walk in, I be in them same motherfuckers. All the motherfuckers he talking about, his label and all that shit. Whoever fall for that shit, goddamn fool, man. My nigga, he's doing shit like a fucking, like a pimp, like a hoe do a pimp. You know what I'm saying? That's not his goddamn label. You talking about Alan Grunblad and all them motherfuckers, man. I done set the table with these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, when he's speaking like that, I think he's if you're a smart, intellectual person, then you have to look at him like he trying to undermine you. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't undermining me when he talk like that. He know that. Like, far as you saying, oh, he got in the courtroom. That courtroom is no prosecutors in a civil suit. You know what I'm saying? There's no prosecution. There's nothing for that. If you need examples, like go look at OJ. He wasn't prosecuted from nothing from that. You understand what I'm saying? There's no prosecution. There's in that courtroom with us. The bailiff didn't even carry a pistol. You know what I mean? In the courtroom, also, there's not even a lot of police that walk through that civil courthouse like that. You know what I'm saying? You get searched when you go in.
So it's like a small claims.
Yeah, basically like that. It's like some Judge Judy shit.
Yeah, but on some real paper.
The only thing with that, though, 40 Glocc, is that, like, some people will still look at that, like, you know, being, like, with the background that you come from and, right, abiding to a certain code or whatever. Right. Stepping into a courtroom, to many of those people, like Wack 100, might look at it as, you know, like, still taking a stand and, like, telling kind of thing. So what do you have to say about that?
I mean, to everyone, you have to remember, everybody, opinions is like assholes. Everybody got one. So at the same time, you just have to say, like, some people they want to push that bullshit narrative. That's what they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? But after you look at the business side of it, you say, if it was street, would you be making websites and selling merch of the shit?
Did you get any pushback?
Yeah, they had a video game too, which was kind of crazy.
Exactly.
I ain't know about a video game.
Yeah, bro, they did all. Look, I can't even remember everything they had. That's how much shit they had. They did have a little game, some shit. They was doing all kind of corny little shit. Like, I'm like, this ain't no street shit. These niggas getting money.
Right. Did you get any pushback? From your hood?
Hell nah, nigga. I'm a factor for my hood. Nigga, I ain't get no pushback. The fuck?
I'm saying the street stuff was done already. You went to the court, so that makes it look kind of spooky on your behalf. That's why.
I mean, it wasn't. The street shit wasn't done because if the street shit was done, if the tape would have came out, that's it. That's all, right? The street shit's done, right?
No, I mean the fight.
That ain't what transpired.
Whatever happened, I mean the fight was done. So, you know what I mean? It was. You know what I mean? It was your time to perform. Like, you went to the court, so it makes you look kind of spooky.
Okay. And this what you have to say to yourself. If you want to, if anyone says that, you say, okay, if I was supposed to perform right after that, right? If they put out the tape and they edited the tape, right? If it's supposed to be so street, how can something be street that you faking? For one, we ain't had no fight. I couldn't fight you. For one, you took out your bodyguards, all these extra niggas with guns out. You doctored all that out. You just faked the whole fucking thing. You understand what I'm saying?
Whatever happened, it happened though. I'm just saying.
Exactly. Okay, so whatever happened, right? Now, you proceed on to that. You say, okay, 40 let that shit sit. I didn't file a lawsuit for 6 months. 6 months.
Yeah. So you telling me the shit happened, right? They put out the tape. 6 months go by. You said something about that. They put a album out behind that.
Oh yeah, they had an album come out with that. They went on a little tour promoting that shit. They had a fucking website of me.
Oh shit, I didn't even know.
That's what I'm telling you. They had a website of me and was selling merch of me, nigga.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Nah. Like, that kind of that justifies, you know. So before you went into the court, did you speak to any of your homies? Like what you was about to do, or nah? You just say I'm gonna do this.
Nah, I kept it on wraps because I didn't want nobody. Once he kept going on with it, I was like, nigga, I'll kill this dude. My lawyers even got like, nigga, you kill this dude right now, you gonna play right into that game. You would be the idiot of the day.
Right.
What they called it on Breakfast Club, donkey of the day. Nigga,
Donkey of the day.
Yeah, I would have been donkey of life. You feel me?
And let me say this too. Back then, while we was beefing, like the police wasn't into like they didn't give a fuck about rappers having guns and shit because they know we got people around them that's legally have guns. You get me? But one thing that you do have, and this come from New York, was the hip hop police. So the hip hop police, they follows everything that's going on. So this is just like Instagram and this site today. Y'all gonna do the work before the police do the work. The hip hop police, I don't know if there was a real motherfucking precinct or what, but I know they followed niggas around and they got niggas arrested for weed and got your car searched for guns, all that type of shit. They was really following hip hop at this time the niggas was beefing.
Real spill. And at the same time, you know, I couldn't catch him. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was hell catching these niggas, my nigga. When they doing their shit, bro, you're not just fucking with them. You got to fuck with the police and around the police. You feel me? So it was like, you know what I mean? The tape prevented me from doing what I wanted to do, or I was going to go to jail. You feel me? Right. When you look at, yo, what up?
Now go ahead. Finish what you're going to say.
Hey, can y'all do me a favor? It's a BW down there. Can y'all pull him up?
Yeah, pull him up. And let me say this too. Don't follow the room. Tell him, everybody up here, follow the room. Everybody listening, follow the room. We'll follow you.
That's a fact. Click the house at the top.
Yeah, follow the room.
This is side, but I'm gonna tell you this. He said DW. I respect the 40 on some G shit. 40 called me slipping in Vegas, nigga. I was with Ron Ortez. With about 2 homies. With Ron Ortez. And the little bitch I was with. I ain't gonna lie, I'm chilling in the cut. 40 called me slipping. He respected on some gangster shit. And I got up out of there that night. You feel what I'm saying? That ain't that we talk about it, not like that. Me and 40 done saw each other a couple times. But just respected the situation. You get me? Damn, facts. Man. Facts.
Hey, 40, I got. Sorry, Compton. If you.
No, it's all love. I was finished.
I have another question as well because I'm glad that you actually, you clarified that part. Now, I heard you say you waited 6 months. Now, what is it like that kind of like clicked? I guess after 6 months, is it safe to say like you were kind of frustrated at that point and you just kind of didn't know how to deal about the situation because you're seeing them obviously make money off your name, the videos everywhere, so did you feel like it was kind of, I mean, it was hurting your brand, but did you just feel like it was kind of like the last resort then for you to just take it to court and maybe get some, reparation or whatever?
It was me, P, Havoc, and Storm. We went set with Jimmy Iovine.
That's why I started here.
Slow down. I mean, was that sarcasm when you said that?
Nah, it wasn't like, it was like, I was thinking you was like going against GU not.
I was going against him, you said?
That's what I was assuming because
I think he's saying 40. I think he's insinuating that when Game got with the GU not shit, then I think he insinuated, and that's when you am I right? Am I right? Wrong?
Right.
All right.
Oh, you saying that's when you heard him?
Yeah, that's why I heard it.
Yeah. You would have heard of me because we had just got to G Unit. That's when Mob Deep. See, Game when we went over the fuck with G Unit, it was me, P, Havoc, and Storm. We went set with Jimmy IV, and he was telling us the whole situation, what happened with Gang and 50, and he wanted, you know what I mean, da. So that had already transpired, and then we went over there. You know what I'm saying? So I could understand. So it's levels. So I could understand where you say that's when you start hearing of me, because probably from 50 or whatever, as I kept growing. You feel me? So it's okay if you haven't heard of my body of work.
No, I heard your body of work. It's just like after 50, that's when I started hearing about you. So I was like, okay.
Okay, yeah, that's all gravy.
And I was jacking your shit too.
I got a question, bro. I see you used to be cool with Prodigy and all that. Rest in peace to Prodigy. Like, how did you bump into him? How did you meet him? Like, how was your relationship and all that?
Prodigy, shit, my nigga, that go back. Well, I used to always run into Prodigy when we used to be on the road. Like, see, a lot of y'all don't know, I used to fuck with Snoop heavy too. I used to always be with Dog. You feel me? Old Dirty Bastard, all kind of niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it was like when they used to have these conventions and shit, like Jack the Rapper or some shits like that. And like, we're all like, all the industry niggas, it's a small, for us industry niggas, it's kind of small for us, because when it comes to conventions and shit like that, events, we'll all be at them shits. And I used to always see P and be like, you know what I'm saying? We'll holler, we'll be at the bar, see like Badass, we'll all be moving, you feel me? Badass had his record on Priority Records, and we moving with Badass and shit like that. And we just always built a rapport from fucking with each other. So we sit to turn up. You know what I mean? We buying bottles, we getting bitches, everybody smoking weed, chilling, you know what I'm saying? And it came like that. So then, you know, you see your niggas, after you building them bonds, you over on their side, you start meeting they niggas and street niggas, and then they coming to your side, you meeting in the street. It's straight regular street shit, like networking type shit. You feel me? And then it becomes a bondage. It became a bondage like that. And then my homie Storm, which was like he be like my brother, you feel me? And he from the East Coast. He would be over here, and we'd be like going fuck with like Gerald Busby and shit like that from Motown. And Gerald Busby used to bring us to his house and shit like that. And then Storm got on A&M. You know, Corrupt already had fucking. He had just got his label deal on with John McClain them over on A&M Records, and Storm got his deal on A&M Records. So everybody's on A&M now, and then, you know, like the female Wu-Tang females, the Deadly Venoms, we used to fuck with all them, So we would all mingle like that, and that's like how a lot of that came about. Like, just like we're fucking with P, and then they'll come over here, they'll come to the West, and we'll season it up and fuck with each other, you know what I'm saying? Whatever niggas going through, We just start building it, and then niggas became family, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when niggas invite you to their cribs and you stand in niggas' cribs, it becomes a different type of trust and loyalty. Facts. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts. Real shit.
And that's how P and Hab was with me, you know what I'm saying? And then 50 became the same way. You know what I'm saying? Nigga bringing a nigga home to their home, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a different type of trust and loyalty.
50 is a gangster.
Word.
50 is a gangster. I swear to God, 50 is a gangster. You heard me?
Facts. That's facts.
50 is a gangster. You heard me?
That's my favorite rap.
I think we got a lot of people up in here. If y'all want to, I think we should reset the room.
All right, go ahead, Mika, reset it.
What I come from and, you know, what I push. And that's trying to help niggas out. And that's how we came up with I Want to Put On. So shout out to Chris Brown for that. You know, I don't know what else to say here, real nigga. He fuck with it. Chris Brown really come to the hood. He really be in the trenches. I respect him as a businessman. He owned everything that